Hi guys, welcome back to Data DevOps. Today we are gonna refactor a bit our architecture because I want to introduce a new class that will be the base class of each models. I'm sorry guys for the delay in this video, but I had so much to do with the work and from the school, so I was really busy those 2 weeks. Right now I will try to be as precise as possible and to publish at least every 3 weeks. So by the way, let's start. We're gonna need to add a dependency first. The dependency is stacked service. We can go on the pub dev, copy it and paste it over here. If you don't know it guys, stacked service is a lib from Filled Stacks. As I said in the intro video, I'm inspiring a lot from him. What this lib does, this lib is real simple. It allows you to navigate, to generate dialogues without using context. And for this reason, I integrated all this service in my base model. We added it. First thing we have to do, we have to add to the locator the navigation service that is included in the stacked service lib. So it will be a singleton, register lazy singleton, and this will be navigation service. Perfect. Okay, right now we are going to add the main model. So the model that will be associated to the main.dart class, main model.dart. Class will be main model, and will extend the base model that we are going to create later. We'll import the navigation service through the locator of navigation service. Okay, right now guys, we are going to create a getter, and the getter will be able to retrieve the navigation key. We are going to pass this key to the material app that is contained in the main.dart. But once we pass that to the main.dart, we will be able to access the context in each place of our app. We're going to create this getter. This getter will return a global key, and this will be navigation service.navigator. Perfect. We have to register the model, so we are going to register it down the models. Okay, let's register the main model. Perfect. Okay, here in the main, we need to do something first. We are going to wrap our material app with a base view. We are going to wrap it with the stream builder because it's more similar to the base view of type main model. Okay, the builder will be, as always, will be passing a context, then we'll pass a model and the child. Okay, perfect. Right now, here in the material app, we're gonna pass the navigator key that will be model.navigator key. Navigator. Okay, perfect. So guys, right now we are seeing an error because we didn't create yet the base model. We are going to create the base model right now. So here in the views folder, I'll create a new file, base model.dart. This class will be an abstract that will extend change notifier because we know that each model will inherit from the change notifier. Our base model will be as well. Here we are gonna import here as well the navigation service. We are gonna create the getter, and will be a private getter context, and will be navigation service dot navigator key dot current context. Perfect. Okay, we go back to the main model, we import the base model, and here in the main.dart we import the main model as well. So we open up the quick view, we copy our show snack bar method, and we paste it here in the base model. Okay, so we import all the classes that are not imported, flash bar. Okay, and here we can delete the context as a variable we are going to pass. We don't need it anymore because we have it right here. This function will be public right now, not anymore private, and we are gonna pass the private context over here. Okay guys, so right now we are going to refactor the quick view, but what better we can do? I want to put this logic inside our view model, and we are gonna create a method. The method will be answer question. It will just simply translate this functionality that we add for each button in the quick view model because it's more suitable for the architecture that I explained. So let's do it. This answer question will pass two parameters, The first one will be an integer that is the index of the question we want to answer, and a bool that is right button. So this boolean is right button is true if we tapped the right button. Okay, perfect. So first thing, what we're going to do, we are going to say if quizzes.index answer is true and is right button is true, that means we tap the right button, then we are gonna show. Okay guys, first I forgot something. Right now the quiz view model is extending change notifier, but we wrapped this change notifier with our class that right now will be base model. Okay, perfect. So as we can see, now we will have the show snack bar and we're gonna display right. So else if the same condition, but if they are false, then we tap as well the right button. So the answer is right because we tapped the wrong button and the answer was false. So right now is okay. And else will be just show snack bar false. Okay, perfect guys. So we are gonna replace right now in the quiz view what we developed right now. So here, for example, we're gonna call just model.answer question. We're gonna pass the index that we have it and the is right button that in this case is true because it's the right one. We're gonna copy this one for the other button and will be just this one with false. Okay, so guys, we're gonna test it right now if it functions, and then we're gonna add a counter for each question we are displaying. Let's test it out. Okay guys, perfect. We started our app. We don't see any question, so we're gonna fetch a new one. We click the refresh button and now we fetch the question. So let's try this one. Cucumbers are usually more than 90% water. I guess so. It's right. We can see right now, guys, that our snack bar is coming from the top as we developed in the first video. But right now, the snack bar is not anymore here. It's not anymore in the quiz view model, but is actually in our base model over here. So right now we have this context, and with this one we can display our snack bar or doing action related to context. So right now we're gonna add the counter. We're gonna place over here. It will be just a simple widget, a container with a child and a text. The text will contain the model.index. So in this case, we're going to display the actual index of the question out of the maximum length of the quiz. We are going to get this index, and how we're going to do it? First, we're going to need to implement over here in the page view.builder the on page changed. So every time the page change, this will give us an index and this function will be called, and we are going to set this index in a setter that we are going to make in just a second. So let's go to the quiz view model. We are going to need to first create one variable that will be our index. Then I'm going to make the getter as well, get index, and it will get this index, and a setter. So you guys, you may ask me why I didn't just make the index variable public, because I could have made it public and it would be the same results. But in this case, I want to make it private because the getter and the setter will be different. I'm gonna set index. I'm gonna pass an integer, a value, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna set the value to the index val and call the notify listeners. Okay guys, so I've seen that I made a little error, that every time that I pass the value I need to set it +1 because the page builder gives me the index -1. Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna refresh it. So here we can see right now 1 out of 0 because we don't have any model.quiz. So we are going to refresh, and now we can see 1 out of 10. What we can see here, that if the quiz is empty, I don't want to display this text. I'm gonna do it like this. If model
dot width. If is not empty, then display this container. If it is empty, I'm going to display a size box.shrink. This is a simple widget that doesn't occupy any space in the view. So we can see it. If we refresh all the interface, what we get? Right now we don't get enough. So our written is disappear. So if we refresh again, okay. So guys, to complete the video, we are just gonna add a quite better looking to our written over here. And how are we gonna do it? We are gonna set a style before, text style. The color will be white because I want to make the border as well. The font size I want a bit bigger, so I think 20 can be right. And I want it bold as well. So the font weight will be font weight dot bold. Okay, nice. I'm gonna add a decoration to the container. We'll be adding the box decoration widget. So with the box decoration, we will give a background color and we will add a border radius. Okay, nice guys. So let's see how it look. It look quite bad right now. So we are gonna add a little bit of padding. Okay guys, so we can see we add our counter. And so we done the works for today. So guys, I will try to publish another video in 2 weeks. And hopefully I will start, as I said in the last video, that I want to introduce multiple questions and a score method. For today guys, that's it. Thanks for following me up. Smash that like button and subscribe to Zata DevOps. See you then.